Oh, what's up, y'all? What's up? What's up? Robbie TV, we back live with it. What's up with y'all, man? Back live with it. We got a couple topics to talk about. I've been seeing this little thing in LA, y'all. Saying they got this motherfucking riots going on, protests going on in LA. That's crazy. I want to take a trip out LA too. Go highlight the marathon burger. You feel me? Support my man Nip Hustle. That's crazy though, how they got that ride like that. They said they ain't going back without a fight, huh? But I know that shit infiltrated too. All them rides be infiltrated. So I know it's definitely infiltrated. Yeah, it's definitely infiltrated. They said they out that bitch doing motherfucking fireworks, rocks, fucking Molotovs, all types of shit. They let the police have it. I ain't gonna lie to you. They just letting the police have it. They said, fuck that. We ain't going out without a fight, you hear me? I ain't gonna lie to you, I already know. I mean, I don't blame him though. I don't blame him. Even though I do too blame him too. Like, yo, y'all came in this motherfucking country illegally. You feel me? Like, you got, you know what I mean? You gotta pay the price for it sooner or later. You feel me? You can't just think you going not have no consequences. You feel me? They and that motherfucker, they going crazy. And it's a lot of Hispanics in California. I ain't gonna lie. It's more Hispanics in California probably than any other state. I ain't gonna lie to you. Probably besides New Mexico. You feel me? Whoa, like, subscribe to the channel, like, subscribe, Robbie TV. We live with it. I'm about to show y'all they shit going down in LA, man. That's crazy. I was trying to take a trip back out LA too. I was definitely planning going back out LA. I wanted to hit the marathon burger, you feel me? But yeah, it ain't looking too sweet now. Anybody over here from LA? Yo, anybody on here from LA? I ain't gonna lie to you, that shit crazy. They got that bitch going crazy with it. I ain't gonna lie to you, keep it a bean. They said, fuck it. You know what I mean? It's probably just as many of them. It's probably more than them than the police. I already know. Shit, I think Los Angeles got down there 1 million people living there. Shit, I already know. They definitely, they calling shots over there. Got the businesses burned down and shit like that. Then you already know the whatchamacallit protesters came. The fake protesters that just want to start some shit. No, they came. I'm about to park real quick. I'm about to show y'all a couple videos. Yeah, that shit crazy, yo. I will say, the motherfuckers that definitely Trump ain't playing with that. He said, man, I deploy the Marines. But it was a take that I seen, and I definitely agree with. Shit like this is definitely probably planned. You know what I mean? It's probably a planned, what you call it? A planned, staged event. You feel me? Shit probably staged. Cause you know what what's called out of chaos comes order. I couldn't get the fucking words out. Out of chaos comes order. So you know they gonna be motherfucking deploying martial law, checkpoints, and hopefully that shit don't start spreading to other little parts across the country. You feel me? Cause you got motherfucking Mexicans start trying. And I ain't got no beef with the Mexicans. Shout out to all the Mexicans. I will say I respect y'all hustle. I give it to the Mexicans. Y'all hustle y'all ass off. Yeah, I ain't gonna take that from you. I know you feel me? But yeah, you and I'm just gonna say, cause I ain't gonna say all Mexicans. I will say that's like, when I say Mexicans, I really just mean like Latin people. You feel what I'm saying? From South America. You could be Honduras, Venezuelan, Colombian, you know what I mean? Panamanian, all of them down there, you know. But I will say, if you're in this country legally, then yeah, I you know what I mean? And even if you in the country illegally, I don't know why the hell you thought you couldn't get. That's my bad thing. I'm thinking like, yo, if you was in this country illegally for over 20 years, 25 years, whatever, you'd have had children, they legal citizens. Because if you are legal, you come over here legal, you have a child, that means they already, you know, American citizens, even though you illegal. But my main thing is, like, why you ain't trying to get legal status all this time? That's what I just could never figure out. Like, if I know I'm doing something illegal, this shit ain't going, you know what I mean? I'm gonna try to fucking, you know, get legal. You feel me? But I guess, you know, I'm pretty sure it's easier said than done. I already know. You feel what I'm saying? So, but shit, I'd rather do that than to be going through some shit like this, cause I will say that shit, I do feel bad for the people that it was over here 20 years. You know what I mean? And they never get their shit, never get their papers. Now they gotta take their ass back. They've been over here for fucking 20 years. Got family, job, house. I do feel bad for y'all. I ain't gonna sit here and say I don't. If I didn't feel bad, I wouldn't make me a you know what I mean, honorable person. Hello. Oh, she here today. I don't know about like her. Is she not here? Oh, okay. Oh, in the afternoon. Okay. All right, thank you. My favorite cook ain't here. You know, I still do want to read it for real. I'm hungry as shit. I don't really like the way she cook it though. It's all good. That's how I just had to probably eat Chick-fil-A. I think I'm probably Chick-fil-A. But yeah, let me show y'all a couple videos while we right here real quick. I don't wait for too long. Yeah, shit getting real out in Cali. Like, subscribe to the channel. Like, subscribe. Shit getting real. And the crazy thing about it was, I was trying to shoot out Cali. I definitely was trying to shoot out Cali. Shit, I ain't gonna lie. If I had the money, I'd have shot out Cali last week when they had the marathon burger, the opening. You feel me? I'd have shot out Cali last week for real. So I know, you know what I mean? I know like the actual like Californians, that motherfuckers that live out there. I know y'all bad as shit. I heard they got the 101 shut down. I know the 101 is like one of the main. I know the 101, the 405, and I know the 5. And that's like y'all major 3 highways out there in LA. But I know the 101 is like, I think that's like the major. You feel that'd be like probably out like 695 or something. No, I'm lying. I think y'all 405 is like out 695. Yeah, I think I told y'all last time I was on the motherfucking I was out Cali in 2021. Man, I was on the 405 coming back from Santa Monica. Man, motherfucking y'all drive crazy as a bitch out California, man. Y'all know y'all road rage is crazy. Like, y'all some of the worst drivers in America. You hear me? Like, y'all, Florida up there, New York up there. Like, y'all just drive bad. Yeah, me. For real. Maryland too. We up here too in Maryland. We bad. We some bad drivers. I'm a decent driver though. I ain't no bad driver. But yeah, I'm gonna show y'all a couple of these videos how they got that bitch getting goofy out in California. Anybody on here from Cali, man? Ever been out Cali? Y'all can comment. Y'all can interact. Subscribe. Like, subscribe to the channel. Let me see. Where we at? Let me get my shit on. Let's all close this. So yeah, yo. Alright, let me get right here. I guess I'll go on. I'll go on YouTube real quick. Yeah, yo, they out that motherfucker. Yo, LA, yo, I don't know what's wrong, yo. LA, y'all got, like, I ain't gonna lie, my dream was to, like, go out LA when I was younger. You feel me? Like, I always love LA. You feel me? Like, but yo, it ain't looking too good out there now for y'all, man. Motherfuckers leaving. Y'all got the forest fires. Like, y'all just can't get a break. I got a phony ass mayor and a crazy ass governor. Let's see what they talking about right here. Yeah, that shit crazy, bro.
Los Angeles, where people continue to protest for a 3rd straight day. This is in response to a series of ICE raids in the city, and
yeah, they did some ICE raids. Like, subscribe to the channel. Like, subscribe.
This video shows agents firing pellets at a crowd trying to push them back. The protests have been peaceful so far, but now, as you can see, protesters are being met with the National Guard as well as local law enforcement. Thank you for joining us here for our News at 5. I'm Edie Lambert. President Donald Trump has ordered 2,000 National Guard troops to be deployed to Los Angeles. This is unusual. It appears to be the first time in decades that a state's National Guard has been activated without a request from its governor. We do know about 300 National Guard troops were deployed today to 3 separate locations in the Los Angeles area. This video shows troops in tactical gear and holding long guns in front of armored vehicles at the Metropolitan Detention Center in downtown LA. And now to this video, which shows National Guard troops out on the streets of Los Angeles. Governor Newsom is fighting this massive show of force. His legal affairs secretary formally requested the Trump administration to rescind what they call the unlawful deployment of troops in LA County and return California National Guard members to the governor's command. In a letter to Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, he said in part, quote, "There is currently no need for the National Guard to be deployed in Los Angeles, and to do so in this unlawful manner and for such a lengthy period is a serious breach of state sovereignty that seems intentionally designed to inflame the situation, while simultaneously depriving the state from deploying these personnel and resources where they are truly required." There he is referencing their work in the aftermath of the LA fires. And take a look at these live pictures. Police in riot gear have pushed protesters off of Highway 101 in downtown Los Angeles. At one point there, those protesters had stopped traffic in both directions. We saw officers deploy tear gas as they moved to clear the highway. We've also seen them arresting some people people. The CHP shut down again all lanes, bringing traffic to a complete standstill. Large crowds also gathered along the overpasses and along the edges of the freeway. President Trump is suggesting he is not prepared to invoke the Insurrection Act, but he strongly is supporting law and order.
Are you prepared to invoke the Insurrection Act?
Depends on whether or not there's an insurrection. No, but you have violent people, and we're not going to let them get away with it.
Congressman Kevin Kiley posted on X, writing in part, quote, California's reckless political leadership has done everything possible to enable the chaos in LA, end quote. He claims the state is a sector for illegal border crossings, and he blames the adoption of sanctuary policies, what he calls a watered-down penal code, early release policies, and much more. He also says California's leadership is egging on the protesters. As Jackie Diffusco reports, tensions are high after that series of raids in LA.
Flashbangs and tear gas from federal agents on Saturday in the heavily Latino city of Paramount as protesters hurled rocks and cement at Border Patrol vehicles. Video shows a car burning in the street. The Trump administration is reporting a surge in assaults against ICE agents and accusing Democratic leaders of inaction. The White House now sending in 2,000 National Guardsmen to, quote, address the lawlessness that has been allowed to fester. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth warned, quote, if violence continues, active duty Marines at Camp Pendleton will also be mobilized. California Governor Gavin Newsom said the National Guard is not needed and accused the White House of seeking a spectacle, adding, quote, that move is purposely inflammatory and will only escalate tensions. At a press conference Saturday, congressional Democrats had this message for the Trump administration.
You cannot just come into the community and terrorize citizens the way you did. You cannot just continue to come in and profile people, not knowing if you are arresting American citizens.
That was Jackie Diffusco reporting. Today, Democratic Congresswoman Maxine Waters tried to visit a prisoner.
They need to have a better, they need to have a better, you know what I mean?
But she was turned away. She was trying to see the president of the Service Employees International Union, David Huerta. Federal agents arrested him after he allegedly tried to interfere with their access to a work site. After Congresswoman Waters was denied access to him, she criticized the presence of the National Guard troops at these demonstrations. She says the protesters are peaceful, and she expressed concern that the Guard's presence could escalate the situation and result in violence.
I'm afraid that the guns will end up being used. I don't know why we have guns. What are those guns for? Are they to shoot protesters? I mean, there's no reason to be here with the National Guard. The President of the United States is cruel.
Congresswoman Waters says she has congressional authority to enter that Los Angeles federal building and that it was against the law for her to be denied entry.
Yeah, they're getting goofy now.
Joining me now is a young
Oh shit! All this time, yo, my shit was on mute, bro. Damn, yo, that was crazy. All this time, my shit was on mute. Okay, I can hear now. Okay, I can know again. Damn, Brandon, yo, good looking, bro. You gotta subscribe to the channel, Brandon. I'm gonna give you a motherfucking wrench, bro. Once I really start getting big, yo, all this time my shit was on mute, bro. Hell no, I just watched the whole video and all that. That's crazy. Damn, bro, I appreciate you telling me that, bro. Well, as I was saying, we was talking about the LA riots and shit. Yo, say I was just sliding through my For You page. Yeah, I know, bro. It's all good. That's how a lot of people catch me for. I ain't got a lot of subscribers. But I'm glad you told me that you couldn't hear me, though. For you to just type that, I appreciate you, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Like, because I wouldn't have never knew that nobody could hear me. They could say nobody can hear you, fool. You funny as shit, bro. You gotta like, subscribe to the channel, bro. If you got a channel, I'll like, subscribe to your shit, too. But nah, bro, I just don't hip hop and shit. You gotta check my my lives. I'll be going live at 11 o'clock, bro. Lunchtime talk. You know what I mean? For like 20 minutes. Talk about the shit that's going on, you know what I mean? Throughout the country. They got some shit going on now with the LA riots. You feel me? Shit, they tripping up in LA. Yeah, they tripping. Alright. Yeah, they tripping up in LA, bro. I appreciate you saying you nigga couldn't hear me, bro. I just was out this bitch talking about, you know what I mean? 23 minutes full of talk. You couldn't hear me? Where you be doing, where you at? I be going live, bro. Go live at 11 o'clock Eastern time, 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern. I just talk about shit that's going on throughout the world, you know what I mean? In your city, might be in my city. Yeah, be. Straight up. Like, subscribe to the channel. I'm from Baltimore. Maryland, bro. I got some content too, so check me out. Y'all check me out, yo. I was showing y'all the video. Damn, I guess I'm gonna have to. Yeah, Baltimore Ravens. Yeah, hell yeah, Lamar Jackson all day. You feel me? So I guess I should show y'all this one. This the same one? Nah, I guess I'll show y'all this one now, bro. Damn, yeah, I was mad as shit. No motherfucking, I couldn't show y'all. Let me see. Yeah, man, like, subscribe. He said Chicago, where you at? You in LA? No, I'm in Baltimore, bro. I'm from Baltimore. I'm from Baltimore. I live in Baltimore. But what I'm saying is, I'm showing y'all they got the riots in LA. You know what I mean? For the illegal immigrants. Trump ain't fucking around. You feel me? They go. I will say the legal immigrants though. They sticking together. Say fuck that. We ain't going out without a fight. I'm mad at him because it's like y'all adore the boast. But then I ain't mad at him because let's see what the government got for them. You know what I mean? We already know what the government had for us as black people. And I ain't making this no black Latino thing. You know what I mean? Because I ain't got no hate against my Latino people. You know what I mean? Shout out to them. And a lot of them work hard. I ain't gonna say to them. A lot of them, the ones they work hard. They take their ass to work. They, you know what I mean? Like, it's a Latino lady in my restaurant that I be going to. She ain't even there. So I just, if y'all can see, when the live first started, I was ready to order my food. She ain't even in there, so I ain't even order it. Cause she the only person I like that make it. You feel me? So I got love for my Latino people. I ain't got no hate against the Latinos. But I'm just saying, though, now they see how we feel as black people being targeted. You know what I mean? Like, shit real. But let me show y'all my video. Yeah, yo, Tank, yo. Shout out to Tank. Shout out to Tank. Let me show y'all now.
Happening right now, and nearly 300 National Guard members are in Los Angeles after a third straight day of protests. Rioters yesterday set self-driving cars on fire in downtown as protesters blocked a freeway. The city's police chief says the situation
Y'all hear? Y'all can hear?
dangerous for both the public and his law enforcement officers. He's also reinforcing that his department is not part of ICE.
Equivocally clear. The Los Angeles Police Department does not participate in or coordinate with
like, subscribe to the channel. Like, subscribe
on civil immigration enforcement. We've said this over and over again, and I can't stress it enough for the people in our community who have high levels of anxiety about this issue, that we want everybody to believe and be able to call the LAPD in time of need if they've been a victim of a crime or a witness to a crime. We need that. Otherwise, the system does not work. This violence that I've seen is disgusting. It's escalated now since the beginning of this incident. What we saw the first night was bad. Officers, that can kill you. And we have adapted our tactics to be able to have a chance to be able to take these people into custody and to be able to hold them accountable. We are overwhelmed as far as the number of people out there engaged in this type of activity.
They say like there's a lot of people out there.
That they're doing, they'll take backpacks, and the backpack will have a cinder block in it. They have a hammer, and they'll break up the cinder block and use that, pass it around to throw at officers, to throw at cars, and throw at other people. We've seen people with hammers, and you've broadcasted, breaking the bollards behind the federal building and taking the rocks, if you will, or pieces of concrete, and throwing them at officers. We've had liquid of who knows what description thrown at officers. There's no limit to what they're doing to our officers.
Now, those protests continued all night. In fact, reporter Rob Scott got a first-hand look at some of those dangerous fireworks that you just heard the chief mention. Take a look at this.
Well, the chaos here in downtown Los Angeles continues tonight. I got to say, it doesn't feel like the LA we all know and are familiar with. This feels like some sort of third world conflict zone. I mean, we have fires burning in the middle of intersections. We have police and law enforcement agencies under constant attack by these protesters. They have had rocks hurled through the windscreen.
Damn.
And now they are firing fireworks directly.
The big ass cherry bomb.
Backed off a bit, I've got to say. And as the night has worn on, the number of protesters certainly...
I'd be bad as shit if I was in LA, had to go to work, ride through this shit.
Are the real anarchists, the ones who are intent on causing the most damage, the most mayhem. Donald Trump, as we know, has ordered in 2,000 National Guardsmen, he says, to basically crush these riots. The California governor, Gavin Newsom, warned that sending in those troops would only make things worse, be inflammatory, and that certainly does appear to be the case. And now we are learning that the Defense Secretary, Pete Hegseth, has more than 500 active duty Marines on standby to come in here if necessary. So as the night is wearing on, tensions are not dissipating. Things are only going to get worse, I fear. I'm Rob Scott in downtown Los Angeles. Back to you.
It's an incredible scene there. Just authorities try to keep violence from escalating. The city officials are trying to keep people calm as National Guard troops move in.
California lawmakers also accusing the Trump administration of trying to make things worse. NBC's Chris Pallone has more.
Get back! Get back! As violent unrest in downtown Los Angeles spills into a fourth day, President Trump is defending his decision to deploy National Guard troops there against the wishes of California's governor.
We're going to have troops everywhere. We're not going to let this happen to our country. We're not going to let our country be torn apart.
The protests began in response to ongoing immigration raids. Federal agents arresting about 150 migrants around L.A.
Damn.
Protests, which started peacefully, turned violent, with demonstrators burning cars and throwing bottles and chunks of concrete at police.
These kids on the car, the folks that are taking advantage of this, these aren't peaceful protesters, a lot of these folks.
California's Democratic Governor Gavin Newsom blamed
So they're not peaceful protesters. Why are you saying you're not going to bring the military in? That's like contradicting though, right?
Has activated a state's National Guard force without a
If it ain't
request from the
peaceful,
state's governor
then,
since the civil rights era.
shit, if it ain't peace, then it's war then.
You see on your TV tonight.
He's exacerbated the conditions. In D.C., lawmakers divided.
My concern, of course, is that this inflames the situation and that he is hell-bent on inflaming the situation.
One of our core principles is maintaining peace through strength. We do that on foreign affairs and domestic affairs as well. I don't think that's heavy.
A political standoff still simmering as the situation on the ground boils over. The president activated a total of 2,000 National Guard troops in California. About 300 are on the streets of Los Angeles right now. And Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth said active duty Marines are ready to deploy to California if the White House deems it necessary. In Washington, Chris Pallone.
Man. Yeah, that bitch tweeting. But I don't know about the governor, though. If he just said it ain't peaceful protest, then why the hell you ain't, you know what I mean? And then they always deploy the National Guard at any protest. Don't matter what protest they deploy the National Guard in my city doing a Freddie Gray rise. Yeah, they deployed the National Guard in the Freddie Gray rise in Baltimore 10 years ago. And I'm pretty sure they deployed I remember they deployed the National Guard in the Ferguson. I remember that was Ferguson. Forgot what I forgot what that was. Missouri, I think. Yeah, that was. I think that was for what? Eric Gardner, one of them. I forgot. No, it wasn't Eric Gardner. It was the other guy, Mike Brown, I think. Yeah, they deployed the National Guard. So for those not to say don't deploy the National Guard, like, man, it make me feel like he part of the problem, man. Real talk. And I'm not for no National Guard. I don't like the police not one bit. You know what I mean? But I know it's certain shit that you need them for. If for shit like that, you need them. Because, like, average motherfucker like me that's go about my day, go to work, I ain't got time for all the dumb shit. I'm trying to get through the city. You might need to hop with the highway or take this street, take this to get to my job or get to where I need to go. You know what I mean? You might gotta go visit your grandmother. You know what I mean? You might gotta go to the, your wife might be in labor, anything. You might have an emergency, basically. And if they holding up traffic, stopping traffic because they throwing rocks at police cars and all types of dumb shit, and you know what I mean? They making it inconvenient for the regular people that ain't got nothing to do with it. And then now if it was peaceful, okay, all right, go y'all. You got the right to peaceful protest in America. That's part of your, even though they not American citizens, you know what I mean? So they don't really get the, you know what I mean? But I ain't even go, that was a joke. I ain't even go, you feel what I'm saying? All jokes aside though, you know, we got the right to assembly in America. You feel me? So you can have a protest. As long as that bitch ain't peaceful, you know the police coming. They don't give a fuck if it's the National Guard, the military, whatever, that's all police. It's just different levels. I mean, you got the local, federal, then national. You know what I mean? Well, you know, you got state, local, state, and then, you know, federal, which is National Guard, now that's federal. So, I mean, you know the police gonna come and shit start getting goofy. So, I don't even know why motherfuckers are so surprised or, you know what I mean, so hell-bent on the National Guard coming. Yeah, that's what they going to do. Shit, y'all motherfuckers throwing rocks at the motherfucking police shit look like right that far, though. There's Americans protesting as well. Yeah, I know it's Americans protesting. I know they ain't all illegals. But what I'm saying is, if the governor and all of them, they saying they don't know why the National Guard is being deployed. The National Guard is being deployed because it's not a peaceful protest. You feel me? That can mean anybody. You can start a protest right now. If that bitch get out of hand, the National Guard National Guard ain't gonna come, you know what I mean? Unless it's elite, man. We rally thousands of people like how it is right there. Hell yeah, the National Guard coming. You know what I mean? So I ain't surprised that the National Guard dead. Shit. And if I lived out LA, I'd probably be happy that they dead. You know what I mean? Shit, I ain't trying all that dumbass shit. The next thing you know, shit. But I ain't gonna lie to you, he probably gonna need more than 2,000. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's probably about 22,000. I know it. It's a lot of motherfucking Latinos and Hispanics in California, yo. They got California. California, it was part of Mexico at first, so I mean, shit was, yeah, I mean, that's their shit. I ain't gonna say, I mean, America really took it for real. But I'm not no hell-bent American either, because my people, we was bro here. I mean, we was already here too, you know, we was already here. We didn't explore the world and shit. You know what I mean? But as black people, we was already I know a majority of us was born here. You know what I mean? Against our will as property. You feel what I'm saying? So I mean, I feel you know what I mean, it's fucked up that they gotta, you know, leave their family and all that shit like that. But you come on now, I think how many my people had to leave their family and wasn't peaceful neither. You know what I mean? We was brought out, you know, we was chained, shackled and shackled in chains. And you know what I mean? Like hanging from trees and shit. You feel what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna sit here and lie to you. If you don't consider yourself a black, you could be Afro Latino, or you know what I mean, but if you don't, you know what I mean, if you don't identify yourself as African or black or with the struggle, you feel what I'm saying? And I mean, I ain't got no sympathy for you for real, because our people went through the worst. You know what I mean? You know, you got different types of black people. You know what I mean? You got you got your black, you got your Haitians. You know what I mean? You got your actual Africans that's from the motherland. Then you got us, the Africans that's from here. You know what I mean? We got different type of little more European features, lighter skin, shit like that. You know what I mean? And then when I look at Africa, yo, that shit really like divided like a motherfucker. Like you going, what is that? East Africa, I believe. East Africa, that's like Morocco and all of that shit. Mostly like, they look mostly like Middle Eastern. You know what I mean? Like, but that's when you start going West Africa, Nigeria and Sudan and shit like that. That's when you start getting the dark Africans. But shit, man, I ain't gonna lie, they don't be down, man. You got different type of Africans too. So then you got some that speak French. I mean, it's Maybach right there. That bitch. I mean, they be having some slick ass cars right here. Like the GLS Maybach. But yeah, you know, you got all different types of Africans and shit like that. Make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel, man. Like, subscribe. About to get off of here for real. Like, subscribe to the channel, man. Lunchtime Talk, Robbie TV. I just had to get on here and show y'all what they got going on in LA. I'm gonna do a video on it too. I'll get my food, man. Make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel. Like, subscribe. You feel me? So I'll holler at y'all in a little bit. I mean, make sure y'all check out my other video. I just dropped a video, a pre-recording about a new little spot they just got in my city in Baltimore. So make sure y'all tune into that. And yeah, Robbie TV, Shake Back Kid. We out.